I was doing some great building with an individual today. And at one point, they asked me, do I believe in unconditional love? Yes. But what do you define as unconditional love? And then at the same time, a guy or a woman who stays in a relationship that and a person from the outside looking in would see as either psychological abuse or physical abuse. Um, like these people exist. Some people stay with emotionally abusive people. Some people may stay with somebody who's physically abusive. Would you consider that unconditional love? So it all depends on what your definition of unconditional love. What is your definition of that? Now, it's the same thing with being a vegetarian. Like some people that I've talked to, like eating eggs shouldn't be considered being a vegetarian because technically that's still a meat. So we have to ask ourselves, how do we define things? What's our personal definition of things? But to sum up the answer to that question that I was asked today, do I believe in unconditional love? Well, my definition of unconditional love would be, like I was trying to explain before, say you are a person on the outside looking in, and for one reason or another, you know that you see with your eyes, you feel your perspective is a person is being emotionally abused or the person is being physically abused. Wouldn't that be considered as unconditional love? For them, they're like, well, this person loves me. They got their own personal issues, but they love me. We are not in the minds of these individuals. I full heartedly disagree with any type of abuse, whether emotional or physical. Me personally, I cannot participate in that, especially emotional abuse. It's crazy, but even in my early childhood, I felt like I've gone through emotional abuse a lot of my life. I'm a very sensitive being. There will oftentimes be incidences where I'm like, shit, I'd rather be spanked. That's how much it would hurt me. So, more than anything, I cannot be with an individual who is emotionally abusive. But again, to answer that question, is there a such thing as unconditional love? I first say this. What is your definition of unconditional love? Hold on, one minute. What is your definition of unconditional love? And then once you've put your own definition on it, I would also say, as far as I'm concerned, unconditional love may include being mentally or physically abused, or as some people would say, mental or physical abuse. But for you, you would call it unconditional love because no matter what, you are here for your man and your woman. No matter what, you acknowledge that they have their own issues, but you love them. People see these type of circumstances as having low self-esteem, whereas that may be the case. It might also be that you want to stick behind them because nobody else will stick behind them. And I've found myself in, say, similar situation. Like, for example, a parent that might be hard to deal with. I've dealt with my parents hardcore more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? I have been in a relationship where there was emotional abuse, maybe, and I really tried to push it out. But with my new mind, it's like I have to hold people like that at a friendship level or at a family level. It cannot be a romantic level at all.